Guys, we're making nesting pinch pots. 3 pinch pots that fit into each other. We will underglaze and sgraffito them when we're done. We don't want our clay getting any drier than leather hard. We want it to be plastic while we are molding our pinch pots, okay? This is our goal. I started by laying newspaper down so my clay doesn't stick. The other thing you can do to get your clay ready is just kind of push it into the newspaper like this to get it one solid piece. Now this is a lot of clay. This amount of clay is going to give me a pinch pot probably about this big, like my biggest one. All right? I'm going to start with less clay, and based on my first pinch pot, I can make clays that are pinch pots that are larger or smaller. So, I'm going to start with this much clay. The first thing we need to do is make a sphere. I like to make a sphere by passing the clay back and forth between both my hands, kind of slapping it and turning it like this. So my hands are cupped, and I go bam, 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 and I turn it until it becomes a sphere. I might stop and smooth stuff out. If it doesn't belong in clay, put it in the trash can. Okay? Thank you. There we go. Your sphere does not have to be perfect. Okay?
Perfect.
There's no such thing as perfect. Perfection is a one-way ticket to depression, and this is not perfect, but it will work. Okay? Once you've got your sphere, you're going to take your thumb. Shove your thumb into your clay. I've got nail clippers if you need to dig clay out from under your nails at the end of class. I've also got lotion. Because clay dries our skin out. I got you covered. Okay? So I've got my thumb in there. Guys, when I shoved my thumb in, I'm kind of, my hand on the bottom of my sphere, I'm kind of estimating how thick do I think the bottom of that is, because that's going to be the bottom of my pinch pot. And remember, for craftsmanship, we don't want anything to be any thicker than our thumb. It can be a little thicker than your thumb down there right now. We will work on it, right? But this is the first time that you want to start thinking about craftsmanship. Am I so close to the bottom that my thumb's going to poke through? Or am I so far away from my bottom that the bottom is going to be an inch thick? All right? Once you've got your thumb in there, we're going to start pinching. This is a pinch pot. We use our thumb and our fingers, so it goes like this. Ready? Pinch, turn, pinch, turn, pinch, turn, pinch, turn, pinch, turn. So what's happening, you see that hole in there? It's opening up. I'm not pinching super hard. I'm just pinching enough to open it up. And I'm just going to keep turning and pinching. And now I've got a hole like that. Okay? Now that my pinch pot is opened up, I'm going to put my thumb down in the bottom. And in addition to pinching, I'm going to drag my thumb up. The more pressure you use, the wider your pot will get. The less pressure you use, the taller your pot will get. What I'm doing is I'm literally dragging clay from the bottom up my walls, making my pinch pot taller and wider. Okay? As I do this, you're going to start seeing the top of it, the lip, is going to start cracking a little bit. And every once in a while, I'm going to stop and I'm just going to smooth that out. So I'm working on my craftsmanship while I'm building my pot. It doesn't have to be perfect right now, but by stopping every once in a while and smoothing those cracks out, right? I've got a lot less to touch up when my pinch pot's finished. So now I'm using my thumb and I'm continuing to just turn and pinch and drag clay up the side. Be patient, take your time, Okay?
Is this it?
Yep.
Look at how bright Google is.
So what you can do now is you can start making your second one
I can't.
and decide, do you want it larger or smaller? Either way, they have to fit inside of each other. I've got more clay. There's more clay right there. Go grab some clay. If your clay becomes kind of leather hard, or it's really hard to smooth back out, all you got to do is dip your fingers in some water and add a little bit of water to the edge. Remember, there is such thing as too much water. Too much water will turn your pinch pot into slip. Okay? One of the requirements for craftsmanship is that it sits flat on the table. So I'm going to make sure it sits flat using newspaper so it doesn't stick to the table. What are your questions? Okay. Eventually, your pinch pot's going to be leather hard, right?
Wait, will it? Is it possible if it'll dry? If you're finished, will it? If you're not finished and I know it just dries, can it dry by itself?
It does, yeah. If you leave it open to air, it will dry. Okay? So this is leather hard. You can tell because as I tap it on the table, it doesn't change form.
And can I show it?
Right? Not right now. This one changes form when I tap it on the table. See that? This is plastic. See that? This is leather hard. And when it's leather hard like this is a really good time to either with your finger or with a damp sponge. A damp smoothing sponge, leather hard, you can start getting that smooth texture all over your pot. Yeah.
You know, like things where with the hole in them at the top and then like the stick and then you just like kind of carve it and like it comes off, but then like you can smooth it out with a different tool and stuff. That we used last time.
Pinch pots.
So I can't use that.
I'm not sure what you're talking about.
Well, it's like it's almost like this, just with a hole, and then you like.
Oh, the loop tool? We're
Yeah.
gonna use that later. That's when we get into Sgraffito, scratching stuff off. That's when we'll use that. So guys, notice when my clay's leather hard and I use a damp sponge, I can use a little bit of pressure and things get really smooth. When my clay is plastic, things can get too wet too fast and any pressure that I use deforms my clay. All right? When it's plastic, use your fingers. When it's leather hard, we can get the smoothing sponge out. You guys are doing good.